if you're doing Macbeth, it's like, okay, I'm going to do the Banquo's ghost scene, and I'm going to show it in 3 different performances, and that's really cool that we can watch different performances of it, and that I don't have to go find 3 different DVDs. I don't have to rent 3 different versions on Amazon or something. So it's super convenient for that. I think when they see one version of a Shakespeare production, whether it's a movie or a play, they get in their head like, oh, that's how it happened. Like, that's how it's written. And I often try to teach it that, like, there's so much up for interpretation. Like, part of the timelessness of Shakespeare is you can remake the play a trillion different ways and get so many different things out of it. And I think being able to show the multiple versions of it and whatnot is super, super good for that. I'll give a great example. Romeo and Juliet. A scene that I love is when Romeo shows up and he's seen Juliet across like the floor at the party, and he's approaching her, but in the foreground is Tybalt, who is expressing his like rage and anger, and he's going to kill Romeo for being at the party. And reading that on the paper, like, oh yeah, imagine a stage and there's dancing going on, and on one side you see like Romeo just totally like bug-eyed walking up to this girl that he's fallen madly in love with instantly, and the other side you have like Tybalt expressing his like anger. I think like seeing it on an actual stage, a professional production with real actors, like really helps bring some of that stuff to life. Just their general understanding of the material of the plays is better after having seen multiple iterations of it, stopping and pausing to discuss a couple times. I definitely think like the last couple of years, as I've been able to show them more Shakespeare, they've come away with a better appreciation of it and understanding of it. Having a one-stop shop for like, hey, any Shakespeare we're doing, or even outside of Shakespeare, I think I used it for the Crucible at one point as well. Like, just kind of having this one-stop shop for like stuff to show is great. With plays, it's tough. I have a tough time kind of finding ways to get kids to do visualization, or to kind of think about the emotions of the characters. So when you add in a visual component, and when you add in actors who are speaking in certain ways, or using voice inflection, or showing body language, like, it's essentially, I think, allowing for that same kind of analysis that we would do with narration from a visual medium. So I think that's cool. It's kind of taking a skill that we typically work on in English class, which is, I would say, is empathy, is learning to empathize with a character based on the details of that character that you're given, and doing it in a different way, not doing it through words, but doing it through visuals and body language and voice inflection, which is, I don't know, I think an important part of why we study fiction. I would just say, if you find yourself struggling to get good visual materials, productions of plays, and have them readily accessible, a high volume of them kind of instantly, a lot of really good ones, a lot of very recognizable actors, then it's super convenient. There's all kinds of additional resources attached, and I haven't seen a bad production on there yet.